Holy shit. Oh my God. What did I just watch?
I don't know.
This is Yellowjackets Buzz. This is YouTube. We're doing a live reaction, full recap podcast tomorrow for episode 9, Doomcoming. But if we hadn't scheduled this right now, if we weren't doing this on YouTube, Issa, I would be on the phone with you being like, WTF did we just watch? Oh my God. I guess your first thoughts, your reactions. What are you thinking right now?
I don't think, I've been loving this series, and I have a lot of other favorite TV shows, but I audibly said "holy shit" so many times during this episode that I think I might have broken a record. Like before the opening credits, I couldn't even process what I just watched, and I was like, if this is how it starts, what are we in for? And it did not disappoint. They did not hold back. This episode was everything we've been asking for and more.
Yeah. I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts, right? I mean, you think about what you expect in a season and you think, oh, you know, we're going to get to the season finale and then we're going to pay off some things, but hey, can't pay off too much. Got to keep it going for next season. And tonight, so much happened in episode 9, and I'm trying to like encapsulate the right words to say this because I'm upset.
Is there such thing as the right words to encapsulate?
Well, I don't know because, okay, so on some levels, let me just be very frank about this. On some levels, I'm upset by what happened tonight, and I'm upset by some of the payoffs. And I think, as you should be, I think that if you watch this tonight and you're like, yes, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen, and this is exactly where I thought the series was going, like, that's great. I hope you're very happy with that. But you should be surprised. You should be upset. You should be saying, holy shit. You should be saying, oh my God, no, I can't believe this happened. And what does this mean? And what does this mean? Like, you should be processing some emotions. Now, look, there were some things that we saw tonight that were beautiful moments that I was tearing up. I was like, this is so meaningful on so many levels. This is so rewarding. And then there were some things that happened tonight where I was just, I want answers, you know, like, I mean, I was mad at the characters. Like, I was just feeling this range of emotions. And tomorrow we're going to really get into it with a full recap and go scene by scene, and we'll have individual thoughts. But I think tonight, and maybe I'm just telling myself this, maybe this is what I tell myself to get to sleep tonight, because we've all been wondering all season, who is Adam? What's the story with Adam? Let me ask you this, Issa, if the payoff is Adam was just some dude, Shauna should have trusted him, he was telling the truth, real tragedy. If that's the entire story, are you satisfied with
that? No, but at the same time, I always said that Shauna is messy, so it wouldn't surprise me. And maybe that's the theory that she was talking about. Nobody could just thought that he's just a guy.
He's just some dude. He's just some dude. Just some guy. Man, Shauna, F my life.
You know, I always said the motto for Shauna is messy since day one. And oh my God, if that didn't show tonight, at least we can say we were right about some things, because some of the payoff tonight, we were right about Jeff not cheating.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, not husband of the year material. Hey, I blackmailed your friends. And by the way, Randy Walsh was involved.
There's so many like people doing wrong things to each other, but because the other person is also fucking up, they're not wrong in this show. You know what I mean? Like, I was feeling some kind of way about Jackie in the Woods, 1996, and then I'm thinking, yeah, but Shauna, like, screw her over. You know what I mean? And then you're like thinking Shauna's doing all of these things, but Jeff is also fucking up. Like, everybody's just messy in this show.
I want a web series. I want to see from the perspective of Jeff and Randy Walsh planning this blackmail scheme. I want to see this.
Oh my God. I laugh every time Randy Walsh gets brought up. Every time Randy's name comes up, I just laugh hysterically. Like, I don't know when that started happening, but he just has to be brought up every episode for no reason whatsoever.
Oh my God. I mean, look, So tonight we found out a lot of things. Okay, so
Ugh.
like, and that's part. Okay, so Adam, look, I'm just saying this, and I'm saying this for all you out there, everyone joining us from Reddit, everyone that stumbled on YouTube, all you. Adam is up to something. Look, Adam is Javi. Okay, no, Adam's ain't Javi. I think we figured that one out tonight. I think, right? Like that ship has sailed, but I'm
But did
sticking
we
with
figure that out? Because he did have the book and he said, "Oh, I was
yes.
doing research," but he's not trustworthy. So what if there's something else to this guy that we
Yes.
still don't know?
Yes, he's not Javi. Look, because someone there tonight, you're telling me Shauna, Ty, Natalie, no one's like, is that Javi? No, like nobody said that when they saw like Shauna, sure, but three? No, come on, I'm sorry. It's out of three, one person would recognize
Okay.
him. Okay. But
Okay,
here's
okay,
here's
okay. Valid point, Glenn. Valid
yes.
point.
Okay, but here's what I'm on. Because I stumbled onto this the other night. You like this, I like this. I think Misty shows up and goes, "Oh my god, that's the guy that asked for my socks and never called me, the hiking guy." I'm still holding out hope for that next week. And here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. And I need to say this for all our Reddit friends and all our Twitter friends and everyone who's been screenshotting this, because that back tattoo, if that back tattoo is not brought up next week, if that back tattoo is a complete freaking coincidence, like why? I feel
I am
betrayed
leaning.
if that's a
I
coincidence.
now that he's dead, I'm leaning more towards fanboy stalkerish with Adam.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's dead. I can't believe he's dead. But it could just be somebody that's obsessed with the Yellowjackets and wanted to bang one of them, just like a weird fantasy, you know?
And maybe two, maybe Misty as well.
Hey, hey, leave Misty out of it.
I don't know. I mean, look, I look. Let me just say this straight up. I think the first 8 episodes of the series were perfect. I don't think they had to give us answers tonight on anything. And the danger of any show is once you start giving people answers, people might be disappointed with the answers that you're giving them.
Right, you're absolutely right about that. But I don't know that they gave us that many answers because I'm still confused about a lot of things.
Okay, well, let's talk about the answers that we got tonight.
Okay.
Adam, not the blackmailer, not Javi. I mean, 99.9% Adam is not Javi. Jeff, the
Yeah.
blackmailer, criminal mastermind Jeff and Randy Walsh, the blackmailers, who did it because the furniture store needed money. And
Yes.
I'm convinced of this now. I was late to this train. Lottie's the antler queen.
Oh, 1000%. Lottie kicked ass on this episode. So good.
Travis did hook up with Jackie. We got the hunting scene. And were you ever big on the Wendigo theory? Wendigo theory? Like
What theory? Can you elaborate?
it's a First Nations mythological creature spirit, which originates in the woods.
Oh, I wasn't big on that theory, but now I'm starting to wonder about it.
Yeah, I'm Team Wendigo, I think,
Yeah.
after tonight, because I think that when they were tripping on shrooms, something obviously possessed them, and that's what we saw. And Astro Sunshine, absolutely right. And this is the thing: if they don't flip Adam over before disposing of him, angry, laughing, crying. I mean, look, I say this about the series. I love this series, but you got to play fair with the audience, and you can have red herrings, but that tattoo is a freaking red herring. If we don't get some payoff to that next week, I'm going to be very bummed if we don't.
Listen, there's going to be a payoff because the expert in disposing of the body is now involved in this. Misty is not going to let that go. Misty, I have all my faith is on Misty to figure out that Javi is not just some guy Shauna was sleeping with.
Adam.
Adam, yes, sorry.
What else do we get payoff
Wait,
on?
what
tonight?
name did I just say? What
You can
name
call him
did I just
Javi
say?
because we've been on that train. We've been on that train, the Adam is Javi train. We've been on that train so long, they're one and the same. You know?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I'm processing all this. I'm glad we're doing the reaction because I need to talk about this tonight before we do the full recap and deep dive tomorrow. Because I mean, you texted me right when you started watching the episode. I was about a minute ahead of you. So when you gave me that text when Adam got
When
stabbed,
I sent you that text is when, you knew where I was at too. It was when Adam got stabbed. I'm like, how am I seeing this? Before I thought it was a vision. I thought she was having like a bad dream. I really didn't think this was the real thing that she actually fucking killed him.
And we got as close to confirmation. I mean, look, cannibalism, they were telling you that in episode 1, but tonight, between what Misty and Jessica Roberts were saying, between what Jeff was saying with Shauna, like, we know where this is all going.
I mean,
We
I
got
hope. Otherwise,
tonight, Coach Ben telling Misty, shouting to the heavens, coming out. What a way to come out. I just want to say, in the woods, in front of the creatures, to his mom, to God, to Misty. How's that going to go? Tune in next week.
definitely inspired by Van and Thaisa. Probably
Yes.
one of my favorite moments of the episode. Not just when they kissed in front of everyone, but when Thaisa made the mask for Van and she
Oh
said,
my
"Hey, I know
God.
you're self-conscious, so I made us these." I teared up. I was like, "Why is this so beautiful?" I love that moment so much. I love them. Love
Yeah.
them.
I mean, I am a romantic at heart, and I was very misty eyed for that tonight,
Yeah.
for the moments that they shared. That was beautiful. Oh my God, the use of Collective Soul of the World I Know tonight, the use of Belly's Geppetto, like even Kiss from a Rose. I mean, the
Oh,
music
come
was
on.
so
Kiss from
on
a
point.
Rose. See, remember you were making fun of them because of the last song they heard? Not anymore. The last song they now heard is Kiss from a Rose, and I would die listening to that song and not be mad about it.
The last recorded music they heard. Let me be clear. The last
Listen,
recorded music.
listen, 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 Glenn. Glenn, they're
Yeah.
in the woods. There's no such thing as recorded music. You have to make your own music, you know?
It's true.
I'm trying to like figure out what notes I want to share with you
Yes,
because
please.
first of all, I love the makeup. The 90s makeup that Jackie did on Misty was epic. It gave me just so much bad memories of how bad our makeup used to be back then compared to how we do our makeup now.
Yeah.
So yes, I wrote a note about that. I don't even know. There's so many holy shits. There's at least 10 holy shits.
I know. It's
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
so another answer that I believe we got tonight possibly is that Natalie saved Travis, and she saved like Shauna from like stabbing him to death. So it took me back to the episode when Thaisa said to Shauna, "You know, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Nat." Do you think that's
Yeah.
what she was referring to? Do you think it was this moment, or do you think it's something else?
I think it's something else. I mean, I don't know. Look, we got 4 seasons left to go. We got a long time. They've been in the woods now for like maybe 4 months, 5 months. So we've got some time left. I think there's a lot where Nat can prove herself and help the team. Oh my God, the scene with Travis tonight. I mean, that was intense. Just to watch how that really took a turn about halfway through. Just I want to know what else are your notes? What else did you write down? I need to
Oh,
hear some other
okay.
people's thoughts because I'm so processing this right now.
Okay, I wrote down the note. I practice land use, not murder cleanup. This was this was a quote by Thais, which I absolutely loved. I thought, I wrote down the Doomcoming. I thought it was so funny how they came up with that because I saw the name of the episode and I'm like, okay, that's clever, but I didn't realize it was like Homecoming, Mooncoming, Doomcoming. I love the way they came up with the idea about the party, so I wrote that down. Also, the fucking safe code is the flight number.
Yes,
Shauna, what am I gonna do with you, girl?
I know. That was okay. Let me give a comparison. I'm sure I will say this tomorrow as well about this. Did you watch Breaking Bad?
No.
Okay, so Breaking Bad, for the majority of its run, was like this strangely feel good adventure, buddy science. Like your science teacher
Right.
starts making meth and dealing drugs, and he's beating up the drug dealer and he's taking out the cartel. And then, spoiler, you get to like the middle of the last season, like the last 3 episodes, and like his brother-in-law gets murdered right in front of him. Like his partner becomes like a slave. Like this feel-good drug show got really real and depressing really fast. And I felt
Right.
kind of like that tonight. That for the first 8 episodes, ooh, this fun mystery. They're in the woods dancing to This Is How We Do It. And we're having like teen romance and affairs and sneaking around and blackmail plots. And it's all hijinks and shenanigans and citizen detectivery. And then tonight it was like Adam got stabbed. They almost slaughtered Travis. Like Ben pretty much signed a death warrant to Misty tonight. Shauna and Jeff, who knows what's up there. Misty was ready to spill to Jessica Roberts. Like, this was a seismic freaking event in the penultimate episode, not the season finale, where we've got a year to process this. Next week, they're going to keep turning that knife a little deeper and giving us more of a setup before the season ends.
We have to make an episode breaking down the preview. We have to.
Yeah.
We have to. The whole, I don't know, tonight was just absolutely madness, to the point that I can't really process, because there was just so much to process in this episode. I still cannot believe that Adam is dead. That's not where I thought that story was going. I know there was a lot of theories, but I don't think I would have ever said he dies. Like, no. By Shauna? What the I don't know. Well, Lottie was so badass in this episode too. Like, Lottie is amazing.
And it's funny too, because I think about Alfred, and I think about like our partner on the other podcast we do about professional wrestling. I think about people like my mother, who I've been recommending this show to. And I think that everybody that's been along for the ride is like, yeah, this is a fun mystery. And then tonight it's like, what in the fuck did you recommend I watch?
The vision of Travis with the deer head but the human body as she's about to stab him, I was like, God. I had so many people that texted me this week that they started watching the show, and I'm like, they're gonna think I'm so weird.
No, because we didn't know tonight was coming. I mean, look, here was my thought tonight. I thought we get a payoff to the Adam thing, but him and Shauna reconcile. I thought with Jeff, we figure it out, maybe blackmail, maybe not. Like, but I thought next week was going to be the big sort of like, I didn't think they were going to go to 100 miles an hour tonight. They cranked
it was up. 120. Also, by the way, in my notes, I just saw it says Randy Walsh, LOL.
Yes.
Oh my God. Like, and then Shauna, like, I love when Shauna said to Jeff, like, when did we become these people that cheat and lie or whatever? And Jeff was like, we've always been these people. And I'm like, oh, that's deep.
Yes. Sorry. If someone actually just spoiled Scream for me in the chat room, I'm blocking you.
They spoiled what?
Someone trying to spoil Scream. I'll put them on time out and hope they were just sorry. Let me figure that out. But yeah, not cool. Oh my God. Okay, so what else do we got? Mike F, yes, saying Shauna seemed really casual after killing Adam too. Cold-blooded Shauna. That was crazy tonight too. Yeah. We had the flashbacks to younger Shauna. I mean, here's what I like about Yellowjackets, a usual Yellowjackets episode. It's got a very nice rhythm to it. Like, we start, right. Maybe we get something that happens. We get, some ebbs, some flows. Big moments usually happen towards the end of an episode. I know we had big moments happen towards the end of the last episode. So when tonight at the end, like at the end of last week and the beginning of this week, I mean, this just went immediately to 100 miles an hour. Immediately. And
immediately.
Almost
she
so.
Stabbed Adam, and it wasn't a vision. She stabbed him. I thought it was going to be a dream. I swear to you, I thought it was going to be a dream.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Interesting comment on Reddit. Someone saying, the realist nerd 11 saying, I'm not sure what I just watched. Good episode though. Great feel. What's to come. I mean, that's almost how I feel. Like, I'm sorry. I know I'm normally Mr. Eloquence and I have these funny rants ready to go and like crazy references. But tonight I'm just like,
I am literally the little mind blown emoji. And it's funny because I say that every week, but I mean it this week. I thought I was that the last couple of weeks. No. This week is completely different. I also have to point out, and it's 2:30 a.m. where I'm at, so I can talk about this. That is not how anybody's first time goes. This Jackie and Travis attic first time with the creepy dead body, that's not how people's first times go. That was way too perfect. It was
with the
way too
creepy
perfect.
with the creepy dead body. Wait, so Issa, in your romance, when you're writing your romance novel, it's like, and it's in the cabin where we found the skeleton of the guy with the symbols and the yeah, like his
You know
decomposing,
what? And
rotting corpse.
the sad thing about this, Glenn, is that I didn't care about the corpse or that they were in the woods. It's the fact that she finished, and I'm like, nobody finishes on the first.
We're going
I'm
there.
like, I'm like, no girl finishes on their first time. Like that was the biggest lie that they've told us so far. It had nothing to do with the creepiness or the skeleton. It was the
I
fact that
mean,
she finished. And also, how can Travis get it up for Jackie and not for Nat? Is
well,
anybody
I think
talking
we're
about
gonna
this?
find out. No, I think we're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out. Look, we don't know Travis's issues fully and how that manifests itself with Natalie. So
I told you, I think it's insecurity because Natalie is experienced and he isn't. To where with Jackie, he probably feels like there's less expectations because she made it very clear that this was her first time as well.
well, and they were on. Well, actually, you know what's funny? Jackie threw away. I don't think Jackie was on mushrooms tonight. Travis
No,
was.
she was the only one who wasn't high. That's why she
Yeah,
couldn't understand what was
that's
happening.
where. But you know, whatever you said worked for her. Jackie gets it done. Jackie got it done tonight.
I mean, everybody tried to get it done for Travis tonight.
Like that. Like this, there were moments tonight where I mean I was just like, what in the fuck am I watching happen right now? This was like
Okay,
7 different shows in one tonight.
I have a weird confession, and it's like
Oh, please.
not a confession, but so when the scene went from like them trying to like molest Travis to like two people making love in the woods, romantic love in the woods, when the silhouettes were far away because the show was so fucked. At this point, I'm thinking that was Coach Ben and Nat, but no, it was Ben.
Yeah.
And Thaisa, but for 1 second, because you see them sneak away, but I thought they stayed in the cabin, right? So when they go out to the woods, my first train of thought is like the only two people that I remember being out in the woods was Coach Ben and Nat, and I'm like, no, not Coach Ben. Luckily, it was a very beautiful scene between Ben
Very
and
nice.
Thaisa.
It was
Oh,
very
I love
nice.
them so much. It's
No,
breaking my heart to find out like what ends up happening between them or to Ben or like why are they not together anymore? Like I don't want to find out because I love their relationship.
no, it's great. And I think
Look at this comment in the chat. There were not enough shrooms to get everyone tripping that hard. I think what got everyone tripping that hard is a combination. We don't know what these berries were.
oh,
This could be a combination of the berries and the shrooms.
this is where the Wendigo thing I really resisted for a long time, the Wendigo idea. And I think tonight, given Lottie's reaction, I think that spirit in the forest is absolutely playing a part in everything that's going on. I feel like I need to watch this episode like 3 more times and almost like
I need to.
pause.
I'm gonna probably watch it when we're done. Like I have
Yeah.
to rewatch it before we do our full recap tomorrow because I want to be more structured in my train of thought. But that's what I love about doing this immediate. Let's go live and talk about how we're feeling. Like because tonight I feel all over the place, but I feel the episode was all over the place.
Yeah, and so tomorrow, just so everyone knows, we got Winter Mitchell, who's going to be our guest.
Yes.
She's talked about Yellowjackets extensively. She was part of a Twitter Spaces interview with the cinematographer of the pilot episode. And I don't want to spoil it, but we've got other interviews lined up, and we are going to have a very fun postseason on this podcast. In addition to the guests we have for tomorrow's full recap and the season finale. But yeah, I need to go back and watch this. I need to almost stop the scenes to kind of
Right.
process everything we're seeing. So Siren saying it's like shrooms, drunken berries, some kind of paranormal force in the woods. We found out that Misty found like a booklet in the cabin. It had to have been in the cabin. That wasn't in her onboard carry-on luggage. The medicinal properties of plants that she had in a binder with some mushrooms hidden. And what was she going to do? Let me ask you this, because and we could think about this for tomorrow. What was her original plan before Mari took the mushrooms and put them in the stew?
Okay.
Why did she get
So
them originally?
what all the girls did to Travis It was
Oh,
supposed to be just Misty and Coach Ben.
that's
Maybe these are like horny mushrooms or something. I don't know.
pretty much. In the 90s, that behavior might have flown. Today, it's very problematic, to say the least. Criminal, actually. But, oh my, society was so
Did
different.
you expect Lottie to go from like 0 to 100 real quick? Because I felt
Um,
like the transformation, like I know they've been teasing it and we've seen it happen, but it felt so extreme the way
it
that it
did.
flipped. Do you think she's possessed by Laura Lee?
Oh,
She put
interesting.
on she put on Laura Lee's dress
Ooh,
tonight.
I like this. We need to unpack this, and tomorrow we need to think about this and get into this some more. Because, okay, so truth be told, I mean, this was a crazy episode. I'm sure there's some deleted scenes about
Right.
Laura Lee and the aftermath of this, but Laura Lee got her moment of silence. But the crew, everyone was a little kind of like, well, could have told you that was going to happen. Anyhow, how are we not going to starve to death? What's the next plan? And they were a little unfazed by that tragedy, it seemed like. Not to make light of it, but they didn't seem particularly shook.
I don't understand why everybody was having the same vision too. Like this has to be paranormal, right? Like
Yeah,
everybody's seeing Travis as like the deer and not Travis. Like this is not the shrooms or the berries. This is definitely something paranormal going on.
yeah, there's got to be something else that's happening to explain all of this. Man, the Wendigo. Like, I was so dismissive of this. This was one of the early theories that people talked about a lot, and now I'm like, nope. Tonight, that seemed, if it's not directly that, and even if they don't say Wendigo by name, there is a hungry spirit in the woods that is possessing them and giving them a crazed hunger and bloodlust. And I mean, that was terrifying tonight when Lottie went full antler queen tonight. Again, this was like, this is not the
So
fun
badass.
feel good show I thought we were watching, because they've almost, one of the most brilliant things the show has done is that in the first episode, balls to the wall, oh yeah, they're hunting and eating each other, and then we really backed
Right.
off that for the last 7 episodes. So tonight it
Because
was
you
kind of
have to
like,
get invested in this character. So when tonight happens, you're shook the way that we are. Because if you don't get to know these characters and get emotionally invested, then these big moments don't feel as big. But we're everybody that I feel like this community, the Yellowjackets fandom, we're all in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
This isn't a halfway in. You watch the first episode, you're all in. So I would assume everybody is in that what the fuck did I just watch mentality tonight.
yeah. And it's funny too. Remember when people were complaining the show's not moving fast enough? Like, like, look, and I didn't need this to happen tonight. I would have been fine if this would have been like, if this was a 10, I would have been fine tonight with a 5. I would have been being like, ooh, whet my appetite some more for this. And, we don't have to start really paying stuff off till a while, but it
What's
was
in
crazy.
store for us next week? What's in store
What's
for us next week?
even more? What the fuck is in store for us next season? Like, what's going to happen? Oh my God. Can we just talk? Okay. So tonight, yes, absolutely funniest moment, laugh out loud. Jeff saying, what? There's no book club. You know what the scariest moment tonight was for me? When Shauna
What?
looked at Javi and growled run at him. That's when I was
The
like,
voice that she made. Oh my god. Do you remember in Spider-Man when he activates the intimidation factor on the
oh,
suit
yeah,
and
yeah.
like he comes out with that super deep voice? I don't know why I thought about that.
That's what you thought of? I was just like, I mean, that was scary, especially because of Shauna and Javi's relationship. Man, Adam's not Javi. Really kind of worked myself into a shoot on that one, as did most of the Yellow Jackets fan base.
I don't know. I still think he's a fanboy.
He's got to
I'm
be a
not going
fanboy.
to sit here and accept that he was just some dude. Like he was not trustworthy. Like oh my god, and Shauna's belly is like showing and her baby moved. Ugh, I
It's
don't know when she
been
got so pregnant.
Well, they said it's homecoming, or it's almost homecoming time, so that's traditionally in late September. The crash happened like in June, so June, July, August. So yeah, she's like 4 months along.
Yes.
Jackie and Travis, we'll talk about this tomorrow. Now, Travis, like, it was interesting that he and Natalie weren't talking to each other, but he said to Jackie, he was like, no, I'm in love with Natalie. He was in an altered state, and I'm not gonna get into the heaviness of that. And I understand if people want to and say that Jackie like took advantage of him in a compromised state. But
I don't
what
think so because she didn't know because she didn't eat. So I'm not defending Jackie. Maybe I am a Jackie defender in this podcast, but Jackie didn't know because she wasn't in that weird state. Like, how is she aware that the food was poisoned? They left right before the effects started hitting people.
and
And
he
you can
did.
tell that towards the end when she was like when he was like, "Are we really here?" She was like, What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah,
So
that's a little. I don't. Yeah, I don't feel great about that. But no, I mean, and the logic she used on him was a little. I mean, very manipulative. But yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that Jackie. I mean, look, based on how Lottie treated Jackie tonight, and based on everything there, I mean, still think Jackie might not survive past the next episode.
oh, I can't wait for the Natalie versus Jackie match. That should main event WrestleMania.
Seriously. Um. Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
can't. I feel like I love that we do this, and at the same time, I'm like, maybe I should have watched the episode one more time before we went live because I'm just still in such a shock from everything that went on tonight. I still like I'm hung up in every scene. Like I can't believe that Adam died. I can't believe that they went into this crazy mode. I can't believe they try to kill Travis. Like there's so many things and then there's the feel good moment still. Like even during the whole confession of Jeff and Shauna and how fucked up they both are, the fact that he still loves her after knowing literally everything about her. And when this man was willing to take the blame, I wanted to marry him. I wanted to marry Jeff. I even tweeted it. I'm going to marry Jeff.
Yeah, well, and one of the most shocking revelations tonight was that Randy Walsh, who once got outsmarted by an escalator, was a co-conspirator in a successful blackmail plot. And I feel like that, Randy needed that win, given he's on the outs with his wife.
And can we talk about how Bianca, it wasn't a second job? She's a mobster. Do you think Bianca knows Tony D'Angelo?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my
Um,
God. Astro Sunshine, please preach. Shauna does not deserve Jeff. You know who deserves Jeff? Me.
Astro Sunshine, do you have a cam and a mic? Do you want to hop on? Astro Sunshine's been in our chat a lot. We should see
Yes.
if they want to join us. Let us know if you do. DM Issa or I on Twitter, and I'll send you a link to hop on if you want to discuss this. Because I feel like we're just going to sit here and be like, "Oh my god, what did I just watch? I'm still processing all this." And I think that it's important tonight. God, it's crazy to me. The Antler Queen thing. I feel like tonight that was settled. Look, Adam, we know look, we know. I mean, unless if Adam pops back to life next week, and I thought that too after she stabbed him, I was like, oh, we're gonna get to the end of the episode, and Adam's gonna be in a hospital bed or something like. But like, was not expecting that tonight was going to be the last that we saw.
Can we have a second of silence for Adam?
Oh my, Adam, you were so hot.
I didn't think he was
Really?
that hot.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
charming. Like, and the mystery just made him like more appealing to me.
I think Jeff is cuter.
But Jeff's kind of like traditional. Jeff looks like your high school boyfriend that you go like, well, he's aging well. I mean, why do you think Jeff hangs out with Randy Walsh? Really makes him look a little more, A plus by comparison.
But they've been hanging out forever, so this isn't a now thing, you know?
Yeah. Astro Sunshine, you should check your DMs on Twitter. Checking
Let me
mine.
see.
Fastro.
This is the first time I check my DMs on Twitter in forever.
This could be interesting. How many marriage proposals and
we don't want to talk about it.
That could be a podcast in and of itself. Issa reads her DMs. My DMs are all like, I know who Brock Lesnar should face at WrestleMania. And they have to DM me to talk about that. That's my DMs.
Right. They always want to talk wrestling, right?
And that's fine. But you know, I feel like I get my fill of talking wrestling. I'll talk Yellowjackets all day long.
Yes. Okay, so if you had to pick one thing or one moment that you will marry in this episode, what would it be?
Van and Ty.
Yeah, me too.
And when she took her mask off, oh my God, like I was just like, oh, like that was so just beautiful. That was such a beautiful, touching, meaningful scene. And it was great. And as far as, you know, the F scene, well, probably but there's no book club. I guess that just popped me.
Hold on, I got the DM, so let me send her the link so she can join us.
And then the kill scene would be Adam. Because like, why would you play Adam out like that? Why? There's gotta be
to kill him though. Do you think she needed to kill him?
No, she was overcoming rage because she saw if she hadn't seen the book, I don't think she would have done it. I think it's because she saw the books.
Yeah, but aren't you concerned about how stupid he played? And then when she went to open that drawer, that's when he was like, no, Shauna, wait. Like, he was playing stupid. And then at that moment, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, look, murder is not, I mean, sometimes it's premeditated, but it also does have, I mean, crimes of passion, heat of the moment. I mean, these things happen, right? Siren's pointing out, they kept saying Travis doesn't belong to Jackie. Who does he belong to? The Woods?
Wait.
Oh, Dodge Benson also pointing out, Jeff never said he took the books, but here's the thing. Jeff said he'd read the journals a while ago. It was a little bit of a fake out that the journals and everything was missing from the safe. Although Jeff could have taken that a while ago.
Oh, After Sunshine is here. Hold on, let me add her.
Yeah.
And then, wait, let me change the layout because now we're all messed up. Hold on. Wait.
Got it?
Kind of, I think.
Here, it's under brand, right? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm just going to put my normal one. Hi, girl. What's going on?
Hi. It's good to be here. You guys are awesome and amazing, and I've been watching all of your podcasts, so I'm really excited. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So how are
do you
feeling
love the
about
episode tonight?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I just I've had to drink a lot of water after this episode because there's been a lot of laughter, a lot of like yelling at the TV, yelling at pretty much everybody except for Coach Ben. I've been yelling for Coach Ben.
I mean, Coach Ben.
I love Coach Ben tonight. And he's so coming out saying was so freeing. Like I felt for him. And like the face that he's acting during the scene with Van and Thaisa kissing and the way what that meant to him. Oh, I just loved it. I thought it was awesome. I love that we still got some feel good moments in this hell of an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked all of the girls' reactions too. Especially, I don't remember who said it, but somebody was like, "Are they?" And then the other girl was like, "Of course." Like, didn't you notice
It was awesome too, because like me and Glenn been speculating that this has been going on for, before the Woods thing. So you would think that everybody will have their suspicions. So it was good for them to just be free in front of everyone.
Yeah, I think Thaisa, when they first crashed, she was looking for Van.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that was like the only person she was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a beautiful love story between them tonight with the masks. I mean, there were so many moments tonight that like just my heart it was so good and so rewarding. And to have that beauty of their relationship against the bedlam that was going on. I mean, it was weird that like one of the calmer moments we had tonight was Misty getting ready to betray all the Yellowjackets and like team up with Jessica Roberts. Like, right? Like that was a interesting.
Oh my god! But her moment, like practicing how she was going to act for the press, I lived for that moment.
Yes.
Jessica
Oh my
Roberts.
god.
Jessica Roberts is growing on me. Is that bad?
Do you guys think she's pretending, or do you think she actually cares about Misty?
I think she's pretending.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, she wants to get out of there, right?
Yeah.
But I think even if she was hired by Thaisa, I think she knows there's money to be made on whoever can break this story first. I'm gonna assume that her reporter side is always going to be, I don't think there's a ghostwriter. I think now that she, like when Misty said, I want to meet the ghostwriter, I think she's trying to pull herself together and make this happen. But I do think she's faking it. I don't think she's Misty's friend. And that makes me very mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jessica Roberts has obviously been through a lot, considering she already said that that's her second time getting kidnapped or something. Second or third.
Second.
I wonder if Christina Ricci was sidelined. She just had a baby recently, and I think she was pretty late along. Remember, like, they just finished shooting the series back in September. And then it rolled out in November. So I wonder if that's why they had Christina in the basement more as Misty for these last few episodes.
That's a good point. Probably.
Yeah. I did notice her jumpsuit looked bigger. Like you could tell that it was like maybe hiding her belly, like because she just looked bigger in the jumpsuit.
Yeah, and I mean, high school reunion next week. That's gonna be something.
I can't wait to see the outfits. I wonder, is Shauna going to wear the yellow dress? Listen, these are real questions, Glenn.
No, I know. Like, and I guess
she's not gonna wear it. She can just send it to me. I'm just saying.
So we're already scheduling, like, in addition to tomorrow's episode 9 recap, next week's episode 10 recap, the interviews we have booked, which I think everyone's really gonna love. We're already scheduling, like, doing a lingering mysteries episode to talk about what we still have. We still don't know who cleaned out Travis's bank account, so we've got that number one.
It was Javi.
But here's where I wonder about Javi, though, is that when Misty and Nat saw that Travis had died, nobody said, like, oh my God, we have to tell Javi. How do we get a hold of him? Like, there was no mention of Javi's, which makes me wonder if Javi survived.
You think they ate Javi?
I don't know. Look, anything's fair game at this point. Maybe Javi's still hiding in the woods after Shauna told him to run. Maybe he ran so far and found civilization, never looked back, and he got out of there safely, Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so who cleaned out Travis's bank account? So that's still a lingering mystery. Who's the girl in the pit? Although I think, Astro Sunshine, let me ask you this. Do you think now that it is pretty much a lock that Lottie is the Antler Queen, do you think the specifics of who the girl in the pit is in the episode 1, does that matter as much to you anymore?
I'm still wondering, obviously, because a lot of people were saying that, it was definitely Lottie's pit girl, or Jackie's pit girl. I think as long as I know who Antler Queen is by the end, I don't think pit girl really matters to me as much. But I'm just kind of wondering how they're going to do if they're going to do a whole reveal, like, of that extended scene, and how they're going to do that. Like, if they're going to kind of, like, incriminate all of them. But did you guys watch the after, well, not the after show, but, like, the preview?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just wondering if we're gonna get that whole extended scene. That's what I want to see by the end of episode 10, I think.
Yeah, because I think they almost have to remind us that that's still coming, right? I mean, we saw
Right.
tonight Lottie. I mean, look, tonight Lottie was in the prototype Antler Queen outfit. Now, we talked about this. Antler Queen could be a title that changes over time. It might not be Lottie the entire time. But I think that we know
If
where
it's
they're
not
headed.
Lottie, then it has to be Shauna, in my opinion. I feel like Shauna was second in command here, or at
Jesus.
least the most like, I don't know, obedient to whatever Lottie was saying.
Yeah.
And do you think they continue to trip out on mushrooms? Do you think this is like a thing that they're just gonna do all the time and that's why they get to this point? Or do you think it just becomes more paranormal?
Astro?
Both of you.
I don't know. I'm honestly, I need to see them tomorrow, like, you know, the day after, and see like how I really want to see how all of the girls kind of like explain themselves. Like, you know,
I want to see
especially
they remember. I want to see if they even remember
yes,
anything.
exactly. Yeah. Because obviously, let's see, we know Natalie knows. We know it looked like Misty was watching them. And obviously Jackie knows. So we're gonna have to have some sort of showdown where the girls are like, "Hey, why were you trying to like literally murder Travis?"
I'd like to see that conversation. I want to see
trying to
Lottie
do a lot of things to Travis, so I want to know if they're gonna go in order. Like, first of all, why did you molest him, and second of all, why did you murder him afterwards? Like, there's so much to process.
And I want to see Nat's reaction. I want to see Jackie's explanation for why she's
gonna lie. She's gonna say that he took advantage of her. I guarantee you, she's gonna say he took advantage of her.
I'm just wondering if Jackie is going to try and get Nat on her side and say, you know, hey, he took advantage of me, or I was also on mushrooms, but they locked me in here and went all crazy. I think I need to see. I just need to see episode 10.
I know.
What Astro's trying to say is we need answers. A lot
We
of
need
them.
answers.
That seems to be the theme with this show.
But seriously, guys, I can't believe there was no book club. Just his face was so funny. He just looks so broken at that point.
Okay, I have an observation because Astro, after you just say that, I go back to thinking how Jeff said that Randy helped him in the blackmailing thing, right? Mm-hmm. So if Jeff and Randy are such close friends, why didn't Randy say, hey, why is your wife parking at a motel to go to a book club? Because they ran into each other. So I'm just saying, if I see my best friend's husband or wife in a weird, sketchy motel telling me they're going to book club, I'm going to be like, he's not going to book club, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think Randy is the only one in this show that minds his business.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
every time he gets mentioned, I laugh hysterically. I don't know why.
And let me like look at this through a lens with Shauna. This season has been about Shauna almost trying to get back in touch with who she was in the wilderness, and I think one of the demographics that society underestimates the most are moms. You know, I think that especially women in their 40s who are not working, that are just at home raising a family. I think that Jeff is seen so much as the, you know, breadwinner and the hero of the family that this almost speaks to that people underestimated Shauna, and this was Shauna trying to reclaim, you know, her former self a little bit in all of this. I don't know. But yes, Tri-Top saying maybe did Jeff believed in book club, so maybe Randy believed in book club. Maybe they're going to join it together.
We all believe in the book club. The girl, wait, what are you reading? The girl in the train window? Listen, I definitely need to rewatch this episode. My notes don't even make sense. There's literally a note that says, "What the fuck is going on?" That is an actual note on my notepad.
I think I need to go back and rewatch specifically the scene where Shauna is flashing back and oops, I almost dropped my phone. Where she's flashing back and I just need to break it all down because we do see somebody getting dragged like we did in the first episode.
Right.
But other than that, this episode has just been so crazy that I can't even remember what else was like in her little flashback.
Yeah.
I know I'm sure it was important though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have, before we do our recap, like our real recap and review tonight, Glenn, I'm gonna have to like give it a second watch, definitely.
Oh my God. Yeah. And you know what's so funny about this? So I went from like 100 and stayed at 100 right before we watched this tonight. Like literally the minute before we started, we crammed in an hour and a half movie. Isabel Furman came out with a psychological thriller called The Novice about like collegiate rowing, and it's kind of like Black Swan or Whiplash, and that was intense. That was an intense movie. We literally finished that, and I was like, "Oh, now it's Yellowjackets time!" And then it was like, "Holy shit! Like this is just I am emotionally fatigued from everything I have seen tonight because this was nuts. This was absolutely nuts." And I don't know. I mean, I think so. With Adam, I'm bummed that Adam is dead. I'm need a little. Really?
Okay, I didn't expect that would be his fate, but did I? No, I was like, Misty, I'm ready to clean up the body and help him hide it.
And Natalie apologized to Misty.
Do you guys think that there was anything else to Adam? That obviously the tattoo, that's kind of weird, but I mean, he really doesn't have that much stuff. So, and Shauna like went through almost all of his stuff, but I'm hoping that they go through more of his stuff when they,
if you think about it, the person that killed Travis is not the person blackmailing them. So we still don't know who Travis' murderer is. So there's still something to Adam. I'm not saying Adam murdered Travis, but I'm just saying there's still a mystery because there's other things going on that we don't know what Jeff did and what Jeff didn't do. I would assume he only blackmailed them. The postcards, well, he probably sent the postcards, but the murderer of Travis is still out there. We don't know who that is.
Do we know that the postcards had to do with Jeff? Because Misty got a postcard.
No, he didn't confirm that. Right, he didn't confirm that. But I'm assuming because Shauna didn't get one, I'm a weird 50-50 if the postcards were part of the blackmailing or if the postcards came from somebody else.
Okay, so season finale, because they got to tease this. Now that we know a little bit more about the hierarchy of things, if you have to pick an adult cast member that you think they're going to tease for season 2, Astro, to you first. Who do you think we get to see next year? Maybe.
I definitely want to see adult Jackie if she is alive, but Van, I want to see Van all the way. Definitely.
Yeah. Issa?
It's gotta be Jackie for me. I love Van, but the fact that Van and Thaisa are not together breaks my heart. So I almost want Van to not make it out of the woods, because if they both made it out of the woods, I would expect them to be together forever.
Yeah.
What about you, Glenn?
I mean, Van, like 100%. Like I want.
You love your Van. I know you
love Van. I'm so happy for Van tonight's episode, where it was like, girl, that scar's gonna heal fine. You still got it.
Mm-hmm.
Ty loves you.
Yeah, she got some tonight. I mean, Jackie did too, so I guess she wasn't the only one getting some. Everybody got some tonight, technically.
Well, not Misty.
Poor Misty.
Okay, can we spoiler zone? Did you guys look at the press pics for the next episode from the Viacom?
Oh God, I haven't. Do I need to?
Well, you might want to cover your ears if you don't want to be spoiled about someone. I'm just going to say.
Ahead.
So Coach Ben is alive. Coach Ben is in the photos for the next episode. So we're not going to start the episode where Misty murdered Coach Ben. Like that's not That's not what happened when
he
Misty
was
heard
in
that.
the he was in the preview for next week because
yes.
I had to pause it because I was like, oh good, oh my god, Coach Ben's alive, thank God.
Yeah, right. I mean, you never know at this point. It's fair game. I mean, yeah. Oh,
Is he there with
Shauna.
Paul? Do we
He's
know?
probably not there with Paul. Well, not. Oh, and we still need to find. Okay, so mysteries. We still don't know who the dude is in the credits. The mystery guy in the credits that looks like Coach Ben. We still haven't paid
You
that
mean
off yet.
the beginning bit of the show, the very last guy? Yeah. We still don't know who that is. We still have no idea who the man with no eyes, like who he is, what kind of like what he has to do with anything, really.
And I called this out on Reddit. This did not get traction on Reddit. There is a girl on a hill. If you go in the credits, there is a girl on a hill and you see a close-up of her face. I have freeze framed this. I have enhanced this. It does not look like any of the Woods girls.
Yeah.
If there's a confirmation that Shauna's baby made it, that is my prediction for who that is.
Glenn.
Or Callie.
Oh, that didn't look like Callie though in the close-ups. It looked it's different build, different sort of face structure. You can't see because it's silhouetted. Now, my thought about this is because I've been trying to figure out the Shauna thing and the Jeff thing. Actually, and let's talk about this because this was a popular theory on Reddit this week, and I wish I could remember the name to give them credit. But the way that Jackie's parents were talking about Callie and paying for her college, and the fact that Jackie in the journal, there were those things. What if when they got back from the woods, I don't think Jackie and Jeff would have reconciled after tonight, but what if they did? What if Callie was Jackie's baby and then Shauna and Jeff adopted her?
No.
I know it was a little far fetched, but I was like, I'm trying to keep this interesting. Now that this Adam Javi thing is blown, I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life, Issa? Like, really? I mean, this is what I was living for. But
I still think there's something to Adam. I'm not giving up. I mean, he might not be happy, but there's still something about him.
I mean, he technically still could be Javi if he'd just be dead. I mean, he still technically could be Javi. That would be so sad. Oh no.
But he would have said something. Why wouldn't he have fessed up when she was yelling at him and coming face to face? Like, now, you know what you don't say when someone's got a knife on you? You don't go, no, I've had this fetish where I've wanted to hook up with the Yellowjackets and I hooked up with Misty before and then I met you. Yeah. That's something you hide when somebody's got a knife towards you.
Especially if you're Javi, because if you are Javi and you were in the woods with Shauna and you see her with a knife and you know how good she is with a knife, you're going to fess up right away because you know you have no chance.
Yeah, Javi would not. I firmly believe after tonight, Javi would be terrified of getting on Shauna's bad side.
Yeah. But did anybody notice how sick Javi looked, though?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he looked just really, really ill. Like the rest of the girls they looked rabid, but they looked fine. But Javi looked really sick.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough too, right? Because with the actors, they can't say like, hey, we need you all to look like you're on the brink of starving to death. I get why they didn't do that, but I like the explanation that they've been eating grubs. I thought that was.
I'm sorry. I'm Team Jackie there. I'm not eating. I just leave me to die of starvation in the woods. I'm not eating that. Glenn, Astro Sunshine, if I ever get lost in the woods, I am not eating grubs. I would rather die.
Duly noted.
I mean, I've been vegan 20 years. I think I would really have to come to terms with a lot of things being in the woods. Yeah, that would be weird. But I'm just like, here's what I'm experiencing. I don't know if y'all are having this experience too. It's like normally after an episode of Yellowjackets, I feel super amped. Where I'm just like, okay, now I want to go back and I need to look at these things and I want to work on my headcanon a little bit and think about where it's going. And tonight I'm like, okay, now I know some shit. So it's going to be a slightly different experience. My post processing.
I feel the urge to rewatch more than ever. Like I might rewatch before I even go to sleep, and I feel the need to go on Twitter and click on the hashtag and go on Reddit and just I want to see what other people are thinking and feeling right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and we've got tomorrow. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Pacific. 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
7 p.m. whatever time zone I'm in. I don't even know what time zone I'm in, to be honest. I'm Puerto Rico time. I don't know what this is. Yes. I'm an hour ahead of Eastern.
Yes. I feel like I need to watch this episode. I need to freeze frame this episode like the Zapruder film. We're going to talk to Winter Mitchell tomorrow and do a full recap of this. And tonight, I mean, this more than ever. Last week, it was like, oh, we're so amped about everything. And tonight, I feel like I need a support group for all this. And Natalie apologized to Misty tonight. Natalie apologized. Granted, Natalie needed something, but Natalie
didn't mean that
apologized.
Apology. She just wants Misty to help hide the body. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I still don't understand. I still don't understand Natalie and Misty's whole dynamic because I don't think I have seen them talk one time. I actually don't think I've seen Misty talk to any of the girls at all, really. When they're in the woods, like I don't see her talking to anybody really.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the reason, like, I think if Natalie would have apologized, not even apologized, and said, "Hey, you snore all my coke, so now we're even," then she would have meant that apology. But the fact that she didn't bring up the fact that Misty wasted her entire cocaine, that wasn't a legit apology.
So Stephen King is a fan of Yellowjackets. I'm curious what
is.
Stephen King thinks about tonight's episode.
He's probably drinking himself right now, rewatching it. That's probably what I will be doing if I wasn't doing this podcast. I will probably be rewatching it immediately.
Yeah. This has been good tonight. I think we should wrap up because I need to go rewatch this like 5 times.
Oh wait, you guys got to get the berry wine and the mushroom stew first. Then you can rewatch.
I'm gonna do that gig lost in my backyard. Tri-Top saying my friend said that wasn't $300 worth of cocaine. There you go. Esther Sunshine, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. It's been really fun.
No, we love it. We adore your theories in the chat. Like you always bring up such good stuff.
I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good night. And I'll be tuning in tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Issa's at NYC Demon Diva. That's Diva with a 1. I'm at Glenn Rubenstein. And we're more scattered than usual tonight. So thank you to everyone for hanging with us during this impromptu support group for Yellowjackets episode 9. But tomorrow is the full recap, the deep dive. We're going to go scene by scene. I'm going to study this. We're going to make it all work.
We will. We're going to process. We're going to sleep on it, rewatch, and process. I don't know if you were doing it in that order, but we'll probably have our thoughts more come together.
Oh, I'm not going to sleep.
I'm all over the place tonight. Same.
You're going to have to
I mean, it's already 4 a.m. I might as well rewatch it and get to the gym.
Okay, well, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. We'll get you back here tomorrow for the full Yellowjackets buzz. Thanks, Astro Sunshine. Thanks for participating.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And this...